Hello to all my friends out there. Hi, you guys. I had to start the video over. My phone is getting old. It just cut out. That is so annoying. All right. Life is good as far as I know. Let me check this thing. Okay, let's see. Is it still going? Okay. My phone was all junked up with shorts. I don't know how they got on there. How to painlessly cut your food budget by 28.57% every week. So the last 2 days of the month, I didn't want to spend anything. So I asked myself, do I have meat? Do I have rice? And do I have canned vegetables? So I could pretty much survive. So then I asked the AI, how much is 2 days out of 2 out of 7? And it's actually 28.57%. That gives you some idea of the inflation, how really bad it is. And so today for lunch, and I didn't know this was going to happen, I still had pizza that I made, so I ate half of it. And I'm still really full. Let's see if I put it in here. I lost my lighter. Well, I hope everyone's doing okay. Okay, so I thought what would be really awesome is make the 2 days you don't spend the weekend. So you wouldn't cash your paycheck on Friday and you would go Saturday and Sunday without spending any money. And so you're going to need some extra food or a stockpile for doing that. And so when you start buying everything really cheap, so okay, I learned this on a bodybuilding, of course, a video. Of course, they were eating a lot more because, you know, they exercise, they do weightlifting. The weight training for somebody older is going to be really slow. So I have, okay, what I do is I cook 3 tablespoons of rice. I heard on the bodybuilding channel the reason they like rice is because you can measure an exact amount. But this is enough for a meal. And then I was going to have chicken. Let me check this thing. I have no trust of this phone. Okay, so what I did was I had these little pieces of beef and I wrapped my beef very tightly in 2 pieces of foil and I baked. It's supposed to be 250, but I baked 350, and I've been making these so long that I can pretty much tell when they're done by the way they smell. And so I was talking to a guy at the gym, and I'm going to be eating, oh, this one turned out good. I'm going to be eating chicken 4 times a week, every other day. So today was supposed to be a chicken day. But I have this, this beef in the refrigerator that I needed to cook. So here it is. So do you have meat? Do you have, I could have some corn or some peas, but I had so much spaghetti sauce. So I want to talk to you guys. So okay, I found this. I want to get a couple more of these. I found this at Dollar Tree, but I'm not getting a couple more of these because, you know, I'm not spending for the next 2 days. Okay, so if you don't get this stuff cheap, like at Dollar Tree, it's like $5.70 for a bottle now. So, okay, I bought 2 soda pops today, so let me see how my beef turned out. So what I do, all right, so I'm not going to be suffering. If you make yourself suffer and you don't spend money, it's not going to last. You can fry these 6 minutes in some olive oil, and when the blood starts to come over, flip it for 6 minutes. But this is really tasty, and if you start eating this way, you won't overeat because you won't be hungry. So do I have water? Yes. Do I have tea? Yes. Am I enjoying life? Yes. All right. I have discovered Walmart, $2 and something cents, like $2.12. So it's 1 more cent per day than Dollar Tree. But I think I have enough tea for a year, so tea is a non-issue, but I have something to drink. Okay, now I want to think about the essentials today when I'm not spending any money. Rent. Okay, the rent is paid. The rent is paid next month. Rent is not exactly, rent is fixed unless you want to get a roommate or move somewhere cheaper. I don't think during one of these recessions it's a good idea to move somewhere cheaper, because then if you hate it, it's really hard to get back. Like I have known quite a few hairdressers that have moved to Arizona, and just ladies that were my clients, and when they came back it was so bad. Utilities, reduce utilities. Don't use any is the best way to reduce them. I stay out of the house between the peak hours 4 to 9. I go to the gym. Okay, and then this kitchen is literally the smallest room in my house. So I literally spend 90% of the time I'm up in the kitchen. Besides, I'm busy in here. So don't use any. And my son told me not to do it here because, well, there's reasons. But if I was in a standard apartment, I would turn all the utilities off except for the refrigerator, and I would run an extension cord. Car gasoline. Okay, don't go anywhere except to work and back. It saves wear and tear on your car, and you save gasoline. Okay, I met up with this lady, and she was telling me that her car was really terrible, and her mechanic said, check the fluids, you know, your gas, and I mean your oil, your water, everything every day, and don't drive anywhere except to work and back until you can get a car. And she did that, and she was able to survive. So like if you're on a really low budget, just start babying your car. Just start saving every lumen of utilities. Okay, so we're looking at rent. Can I reduce that? Not really. Roommates. The thing about the roommates is this. There's wear and tear on the house. There's higher use of the utilities. They're using your house like your house, and pretty soon, you know, you have to, it's better than losing your house. Food, yes, because we're going to be talking about that. Car gasoline, and save a little money. Okay, by cutting 2 days a week, you have the option of saving money. But in my case, this week I wanted to buy candles for Christmas. So that gives me a chance to regroup the money a little bit and get back on track. So all this cheap stuff I've done since the 15th to the 1st, I'm in good shape for starting the 1st. But if you haven't, that's okay, because tomorrow or the next day is another month. So the candles, I had $20 that I had overspent on my $50 a week spendable income, minus $14 from not spending any money on the last 2 days of the month. So I was in a deficit of $6. Now, continue on with the $50 spendable per week, $7 a day. So now I want to look at this $7 a day. and see what I can see. It's for toiletries, items used to clean or groom oneself's clothes, and transportation. Transportation, gasoline, that's a big one. So we were talking about, you know, finding ways to reduce your groceries could give you money for gasoline, but by restricting spending 2 days, if you were like me and you had a $25 gasoline every week, that's it'd be $14. Okay, now, okay, lunch was the leftover upside down pizza. And then I found my recipes, I told you guys. And in my recipes were my Washington apple cake. I have the Julia Child's fruit bread, but this is more like what I like, so I will show you. This is the best cake, and I already ate some because when it's warm, it's so delicious. So now for the next, I would say this is enough for 3 days if I eat a lot. And if I freeze it, so this is why I hate to get rid of the baggy thing, but we're going to talk about this. Remember, I have $50. Remember how far $50 goes these days? In the past, the little old ladies would be very conservative and kind of wash their baggies, but I don't think I want to do that. So I bought 6 apples for $1 yesterday at Ralph's, and one was no good. So I got $5 for $1, 5 apples for $1, and these were nice big apples. And this Washington apple cake doesn't require making the apples into applesauce. It calls for frosting, but you really don't need it. So, and it's everything that you're likely to have around the house. Okay, one thing, where did I put that? I wanted to show you. Here it is. Here's my big bag of walnuts. So one thing I'm going to want to buy this month is, I have found this is kind of like some of the other things, buy the freshest one. Okay, all you need is 1.5 cups granulated sugar. I made half a batch. 1 cup vegetable oil. So it's not the cheapest cake because of the vegetable oil. 2 cups all-purpose flour, 2 tablespoons cinnamon. Be stocking up on cinnamon, nutmeg as soon as you can find a good price. 1 teaspoon baking soda. That's something you don't want to run out of. 1/2 teaspoon salt, 1 teaspoon vanilla extract. Okay, in this cake you can double the vanilla and double the walnuts if you want to. 1 cup chopped walnuts or pecans. So in the old-fashioned recipes, they always include a lot of raisins, a lot of walnuts, and 4 cups thinly sliced pared apples, about 5 medium, and then cream cheese frosting. I never make the frosting, so let me just give you the recipe. All right, here it is. I've had this recipe for like, I don't know, a long time. And I was tearing the house up trying to find my recipes. And I couldn't find them, and that's because they were in the garage. So when I was going through the garage, I located my recipes, and I had bought 5 pounds of flour, and then recently I bought 5 more pounds because we're going to go into that in a minute. All right. Now, okay, so then I told you what, but the Scientologists have granola bars and fruit cups. But so I want to give you the granola recipe again. The reason I like this is because I make homemade peanut butter, and this is the best for me, and especially if you use homemade peanut butter granola bar recipe. It makes 12. All right. beginning of the month. Okay, it's the beginning of the month after these 2 no-spend days. So if I needed this stuff, I will want to stockpile up a few here and a few there. Potatoes, rice, and pasta, 10 servings each for a month. Canned vegetables, corn, peas, and green beans and carrots. 15 cans for like 1 can for 2 days. Oatmeal and powdered milk. So if you start making the granola, you're going to go through the oatmeal. If you make oatmeal cookies, you're going to go through the oatmeal. If you eat oatmeal every day, powdered milk, I'm using evaporated milk. So I have 2 cups per day, but I also like the 20-pound bags of powdered milk from Walmart. Soup, chicken noodle, vegetable, or tomato, 5 cans each. Fruit, like if you want fresh fruit, mark down. Or 15 cans of fruit. I prefer canned fruit. I eat jam. Okay, so now like for today's fruit, I have apple bread. That's much better for me than eating fruits that just go get fruit flies. 1 loaf sandwich bread, and then I'll be adding 4 cans of pizza sauce. That pizza was good. A large bag of walnuts and a large bag of pecans. So let me give you a shot of this so you can get the stockpile if you want. And then once you start buying this stuff, like on some things, like the powdered milk, I would try to get enough for a year if I could afford it, because then you can go, once you get the meal plan, you can go a long time without buying food. Let me give you the meal plan in case you missed it. You can take a screenshot. So, you know, what could be easier? You're gonna have plenty of decent food, and you're not going to be grouchy and out of sorts. Chicken every other day is doable. If you go to a higher, the reason I go to a higher meat diet and lower carb diet is because when you're at the gym, you have a lot more strength and endurance. And I thought, how scary is that? You are in the house and you're not eating in such a way that you're going to have strength and endurance. I will be buying new clothes. I'll buy them half price at the thrift store. Okay, so now I want to talk about this $50 a week. What I buy. Okay, so the $50 a week is like, pretend like you lived in a dorm. I used to live in one. And you would eat at the cafeteria, and so your $50 is like for transportation and personal items. So like I need 6 gallons of bleach and 6 cans of Comet. Okay, there's nothing I can substitute for the Comet, but for the for the bleach, but for the Comet, I can add a little scooper of laundry detergent and a cap of bleach. So I can do something about the 6 cans of Comet. Toilet paper, there's nothing I can do about that. Toilet paper and napkins. In the day, they use old rags. So you only have $50 a week. What would you rather do? Go without toilet paper? Shampoo, I don't want to really go without that, but I could, because I could use a body wash if I had to. Conditioner, I can go without conditioner if I have to. That's why it's kind of like a good idea to stock up on this stuff, but the shampoo is pretty much really needed. Okay, bath soap, I could go to cheaper bars. I did. I'm using the cheaper bars right now and it's not killing me. Toothpaste. No, I would want to stockpile up on those. You could use soda, salt. You can use a little drop of kitchen detergent. Dental floss and picks. People used to use toothpicks. Deodorant, don't want to go without that. Dish soap. Okay, for dish soap, if you can find, let me show you, I have one left. I bought 2 of these. If you can find this kind of stuff, mark way down. This is a lot of detergent, even the powder one. So I ended up getting those big containers for $1.50. Okay, a laundry detergent. That one I really need, but if you ran out, you can use your body wash. Body wash is cheaper. Like I can buy big bottles, very cheap. Bath soap, I put that twice. Face cream and lotion. Under the right conditions, if you can find cheap lotion that doesn't sting your face, you know, I mean, we have $7. This is all the lists of stuff that I use. I want to cut this. Alcohol, that's not a good thing to cut down on. You can go to Sally's and buy a gallon. And a lot of these things you could, when you have the money, buy in bulk. Gloves, don't want to be without those. Can openers, I would say just stock up on a couple cheap ones, but they don't work good. Matches, you don't want to be without matches. I don't need them very often, but when I need them, I really need them. Foil. I use a lot of foil, and foil is getting expensive, but I have a universal lid, and I thought, you know what, maybe you're just going to try to use more of your universal lid. And for the baggies, maybe you're going to get your produce baggies and try to be a little more careful that way. And so that is the $7. And then on clothes, just go to the thrift store. Also, like making a couple things every day. Like, okay, today I made the 1 or 2. Today I made the applesauce cake. I made the pizza. Now the pizza was really successful. So if I have pizza once a week and the rest of the week I'm having like 2 beef and 4 chicken, I prefer pasta is okay, but I don't like it the next day because it's kind of a limp and it tastes really horrible, so it doesn't work for me. Salads, I kind of went to coleslaw or some salads that have more indestructible contents, like broccoli, like you know, heavy duty cabbage, stuff like that, and steamed vegetables. So as soon as I get room in my freezer, I'm just gonna lay bags of frozen vegetables in there. And bread and rolls. I make my bread and rolls. And so, okay, think about beef, chicken, and eggs. And for me, what I didn't think of was omelets. So you can put sausage in your omelets, you can put bacon, you can put vegetables, you can put cheese, and you have one decent piece of bread. And I think I have it in here. I bought this bread. This is unbelievable. I looked and I found the bread with the longest expiration date. Look, I ate the whole thing. I don't want to eat stale bread. So once you locate how to get your bread so it lasts for a whole week, because if you're going to eat sandwiches, you know, tuna sandwiches, I bought lunch meat and cheese. And what's going to happen is my sandwiches are going to get better over time too. So I bought cheese that didn't expire until 2025. I think maybe since, you know, I'm reducing groceries by amounts of things and numbers of things, I could afford more money for my lunch meat. I like Swiss cheese and roast beef better than turkey. So I will be looking into that. And if you have the deli slice it, you can make your slices thicker. So you just need one piece of deli meat. Another thing you can do is put your good roast beef deli meat in gravy. Well, you can do that with turkey too. So I wanted to mention that. All right, now I'm trying to search around for fruit cups, but I don't find them to be particularly low cost. Right. All right, I want to mention the stores that I get the good markdowns. Ralph's, Walmart, Smart and Final, and Grocery Outlet, if you have those. So I wanted to mention that. All right, and I have a little bit of stuff on here that I wanted to say. All right. Oh, I know what I wanted to say. This is about, okay, the work of the light bearers or bearers of good. Feed the poor, heal the sick, and cast out devils. So, or sicknesses. And so I had a friend, I want to mention this, and her name was Martha. And she felt so bad. She was sick for a long time. And we went out for lunch, and she was sitting there, her and I, and we were eating and we were chatting, and just suddenly it was like she was revived. So, you know, even if the recovery isn't indefinite, even if it's like for the rest of the day, that is well worth pursuing. One of the men at the gym was saying he had a heavy bag at a construction site, and he threw it down, and when he did, he wrenched his back. Well, I had done that, I mentioned to you, and I thought you might as well go to work, and I mean, I could not straighten up. I go, Lucy, I hurt my back. She goes, what happened? And I was telling her, and it was like, it was gone. I go, Lucy, it's gone. So you don't have to be an exorcist. Maybe a few dollars you give the person on the street. Maybe like trying to do some of this stuff. You learn how to do this food plan, and then you teach other people how to do it. That was the genius of L. Ron Hubbard. I want to say another thing. Okay, towards the end of L. Ron Hubbard's life, he was a little bit sick. That might happen just prior, you know, just before your demise. You might not, you know, be in the best condition. That doesn't mean anything. That's just the sickness. And then another thing is, you know, say to yourself, this is important in my mind. Okay, say like you have a good day where you feel really good, and you have a bad day where you feel really bad. And so on the good day, you say, what did I do today? And then you try to do that the next day. And on the bad day, you try not to do that. So, you know, I have terrible insomnia. And so on the days that I have the terrible insomnia, if I just get in bed at the regular time, it's so much better. It's not good because I'm not actually asleep, but I feel so much better the next day. And so today I was able to get back into my routine of going to the gym. I said hi to all my friends, like I was telling you about my lunch with my friend. You know, I had these friends, and they would help me and I would help them. And like her, we were friends until the end of her life. A lot of my customers, I was friends until the end of their lives. And so, you know, you uplift your friends, and then they uplift you. And I consider all you guys my friends. So thank you for watching the video. I will see you tomorrow. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Babies, can you please share your love with the YouTube? These are the most lovable birds. Look at these two. These are my children. Can you guys say hi to the family? Please, come on. The green one with the yellow head is Sunny, and the blue one is Sweetie Pie. No, look at the camera, guys. Sometimes they tweet a lot. What I cracked up, one of the followers said, your birds weren't tweeting. What happened is when I got the insomnia, the birds were so tired they were about to fall off their perch, but they've kind of adjusted. Okay, bye you guys.